everyone, it's Tawny. This is not a makeup video, so I do apologize if me sitting at my desk with my usual setup kind of is like misleading. I have a lot on my mind right now, and I just kind of wanted to talk it out because I find that that's helpful. And I also wanted to round out a recent like reoccurring video kind of thing that I've been having on my channel. I'm gonna leave all of those up in the cards in whichever direction it's in, so that way you guys can check those videos out. You can kind of see like what's been going on with me lately, why all my videos have been like sporadic and depressing and I've cried a lot, and why I am moving on with my life. So because that's definitely not like what I'm used to posting about. It's just typical makeup and me venting about makeup and YouTubers and whatnot. Like, it's never been serious or about me in any way, so I kind of wanted to like talk about that. So I think this is gonna like just piggyback off my last one. I know I just posted a video like 3 days ago, which feels like a lifetime ago, honestly. Like, at this point, I think the month of August has been like the longest month of my life, to the point that like I'm gonna hate August forever. Like, I'm gonna feel like Billie Joe Armstrong and just wish that the month of August just didn't exist and that I could like pretend it never happened. Try not to cry because I think it's dumb to cry, but just how I've been feeling today. I've been very emotional all day. Just had a lot of like thoughts going on, and like, I don't want to say unhealthy thoughts because I haven't thought of like hurting myself or, you know, anything more severe, but it's just been very unhealthy thoughts that I shouldn't be having, thoughts that, you know, are affecting me and how I'm able to like live my life and things. I do apologize. Just noticed that I have post shower hair and I haven't combed it because I'm lazy. So yeah, sorry about that. Sorry I don't look the greatest. I mean, my last like 10 videos I haven't been wearing makeup, and I'm not one of those people that's gonna put makeup on just to film a video, because like right now it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm like, why would I put makeup on to film a video to just take it off? So yeah, but today I went with my parents to go out of town. We went to like a big major city and just hung out. They wanted to go, and my dad wanted to visit a friend and like exchange car parts and things like that, like do manly things, whatever. And my dad was like, well, why don't you go along? And I was like, I could use the, you know, get out of town, get out of the apartment, get away from things for a while. So I went with them and found out something that I shouldn't have found out, and I knew that it was going to affect me. And it, like, when I find out bad news, and it's been happening just lately, like within like the last month, obviously, my stomach ends up getting like tightened in such heavy knots. I get nauseous. I can't eat. Nothing is like appealing to me food wise. I'm just very like blah. And I found out that I believe my ex is with the girl. Whenever he first dumped me, he got with this girl. I think he's back with her now, and I feel like this was all planned out, and I don't want to get into specifics because I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to say things that I'm going to regret or that are going to come back at me, because I don't believe I'm in the wrong, but that's beside the point. But I found that out, and it like really affected my whole mood the rest of the day. And I mentioned it to my dad because my dad is, you know, at that point now where he hates anyone who hurts me, and he's seen how hurt I've been the last couple weeks. And like, I had 3 great days where I was back to my old self. I was eating everything that I, you know, like I felt normal for once, and then all of that went to crap within like just like a couple hours, and now I'm back to like being depressed and being like having all these terrible thoughts, like, what did I do wrong? Like, what could I do differently? How am I ever supposed to trust anyone again? And that's mostly the thing that's been affecting me all day today, was just, how am I supposed to find someone new when the person I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with, I can't even trust? Like, we were together 3 days this last weekend. It was a week ago today that we like reconnected and whatever. And I noticed, looking back now, there were so many signs that like he was lying to me. There was, you know, other things going on. Like, I don't know what was true at this point. I'm honestly like, nothing was true. And it's just, that's what hurts the most, is that I just didn't see it. And I didn't think I was that freaking stupid. And that's just been really weighing on me. And I just feel like talking it out is going to help. And I know that you guys probably don't care about my problems, and like, it's just a relationship and I need to get over it. And you know, I used to tell people that all the time. I had a friend that went through the same thing, and she left her boyfriend slash fiance, like they were in the process of getting engaged. They had already bought a house, and like they knew they were going to be together for the rest of their lives, and she left him, and there had been another guy somewhat involved, but never really like as much as what they were. And I don't think I was like there enough to help her through that. And I like, that's what kills me the most, is that I didn't care enough so that I know that nobody's gonna care enough for me. And that's like the stupidest thing. I cried once today. We went out to eat and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I went in the bathroom and just like sobbed so hard. And I literally felt like I was gonna throw up from crying so hard. And I just think I'm so stupid and pathetic for crying over someone who doesn't care about me, who doesn't give an F about me, who lied to me when I was supposed to be the person that would never happen to. And it's taken me all evening to change my thought process and like fix how I've been thinking about the situation into, I did nothing wrong. I was lied to, and the fact that there's no guilt behind that, the fact that that's like normal for that person to have done to me, says more about them than it has nothing to do with me or how I'm like, you know what I mean? I don't want to just sit here and make a video where I'm just like crying and saying about how I cried, because we get it. I've been crying. I've done that the whole month of August, and like, it's just, my parents were trying to make it a good day, and my freaking hockey team lost, and we're like one game away from being kicked out of the playoffs, so that's great. And it's just like, and it was such a dumb thing to get upset over, but it was like, kick me while I'm down, why don't you? And I don't know, and I'm trying to change. Sorry. I just can't like keep my hands, my anxiety is just too high. But I'm trying to like focus on other things, do better things. Like there's moments that I have where I'm fine. Like right now, when I was sitting out watching a movie, on my phone and whatnot, I'm fine. I know that things will be fine. I'm not the idiot. I'm better off. I, have a job. I have a degree. I have a future planned out for me. And that wasn't the case with my, whoever, the loser that I'm no longer dating. And it's just like, I keep trying to tell myself, I will be fine. I am fine. Things are going to be fine. But then there's that little part that like bugged me all day that I just couldn't stop thinking about. And I don't know if it's one of those things where I'm on my phone too much, so then I expect something to happen while I'm on my phone. Like I expect some sort of like to see something pop up and like whatever, and it just like, and he blocked me, which is so dumb because like, it's one thing to block, like I blocked him the first time because it was just too hard to see anything, especially knowing that he was like already in a new relationship like hours later and stuff, like even now. And it like, but it's like he did it this time, so that means he knows he's in the wrong. And I keep telling myself that. But then I was just like, maybe I'll go to my mom's phone. Maybe I'll ask my sister. Maybe I'll ask my dad to look it up. And it's like, no, I need to stop, because that's not going to make me feel better. Like today I spent the whole day like so full of anxiety, and it's just like, it's too much and I can't handle. So I'm hoping that whenever I go see the therapist, I can just like, even if I don't explain the whole story, which I probably will because I like to talk, I might just, I need to change my thought process and how I like deal with this, because I just sit and think and dwell, and I know I need to change my thought process, but I can't. Like I don't know what to do to make it any better, and I want to be someone who can fight through that and change for the better and show that there's progress and talk to you all about that, because I want to be someone who helps you through this. I don't want to be the person that just sits on here and whines but doesn't actually do anything about it, or like doesn't try, or just like makes excuses and stuff. And like, I don't know. I feel like I ran and then I just sit here and I'm like, I don't know what to say anymore. But I'm trying to be better and feel better, and I know I'm not quite ready for a relationship again because I'm still hurting. I'm still like, I'm in that, like, it's a mixture of revenge slash like grieving process, like, I want to get back at that person by showing them that, like, hey, I'm in a new relationship and everything's great, but I don't want to do that to another person and get them involved and make them feel like I don't want to hurt another person just to get back at someone else, because I don't want that other person back. Like, there's still that little tiny part that's like, what if he has to come back? But I already know, after learning my lesson from the second time, there's no third chances. Because he's already fooled me twice, and that's my fault. I mean, the second time letting him back in was my fault. Nobody else's. So I just can't, like, I'm just like, I can't do it to myself again anymore. I've been so miserable this month of August, and I was doing just a smidge better, and it was like, I let myself get, like, duped and tricked, and it's like, I don't need to go through that anymore. And I don't want to put somebody through that by using them as, like, a pawn in my, like, games or something, because that's not fair. And I don't want to be that person, because I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of that. So, I don't know. I have plans for tomorrow, which is Sunday. A friend of mine invited me to go to his church, and they're doing the drive-in church, where you sit in your car, turn your radio on to a specific station, and you listen to the pastor and you sing and whatever, and you're just comfortable in your own car. And I've always wanted to go to something like that, like, even before, I think at the beginning of quarantine and whatnot, I've wanted to do something like that, because I've, like, wanted to go back to church. I've wanted to get more involved. My piano teacher, who also plays the organ at my, like, old church / current church, I'm still undecided about how I'm dealing with that, but she was like, maybe if you go to church you'll find a nice Christian boy, and like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, and then I'm thinking, well, if that's one of the only places I can meet somebody, then let's try it, because they can't be the worst person, because they go to church, they believe in, like, I'm gonna go to a church that they believe in what I believe in, and, like, so I don't know. And I'm just trying to stay very optimistic. So, like, the whole point of this whole thing was that I'm doing that tomorrow, and I was like, I want to film, like, a get ready with me, or just a video where I just do my makeup. It doesn't even have to be, like, me chit-chatting, because I've done so much chit-chatting the last couple, like, weeks, days, month, that I'm just like, I feel like I've talked enough, and I don't know. Maybe I could talk about, like, other people, or, like, YouTube stuff, or just, like, rambling, like, about YouTube type stuff, so it's not so much about me and my personal life, but more so about, like, pertaining to the video that we're, you know, the makeup and YouTube and stuff, like, the whole point of this channel. But so yeah, I want to apologize that my content's been terrible. I know it's been a little bit weird since I started my channel, because a lot of, like, and I noticed this because I was just watching Smokey Glow's video about Tanamongo. I say it funny because it cracks me up that it's, like, that wrong, and it just, like, but yeah, she did a video on Tana, and it was all like, when you first start out, you copy a lot of other people's videos because you see that that's what's getting results, or, like, that's what people are, like, interested in. And I feel like I went into that sort of, like, I went down that way, and I don't want to be someone that just copies videos. I mean, I did the eyeshadow tag, and I did another tag video because I thought they were interesting, and everybody does tag videos, so it's not, like, that big of a deal. But I was trying to steer clear of, like, copying people's stuff, and I know I did the ranking my bronzers, and I plan to do, like, ranking all of my makeup steps, and I wasn't going to, but I think for me, as someone who's interested in makeup and has a big collection, it'll help me to figure out what I don't like and what I could throw away. Which, that's a huge thing, because I have too much makeup, but I've decluttered so much recently, like, over the summer. I've gotten rid of so much makeup, because, again, my ex didn't like me having all this makeup, so screw you, I'm buying all this makeup. But I've gotten rid of so much, but this could also help me figure out, like, okay, I don't use this, maybe I'll put this in my closet back with my collection of, like, not used as often, so it can kind of leave my desk a little bit uncluttered, because right now it's starting to get a little bit much, and it's starting to bother me, because, like, when I see it, it, like, freaks me out. But I'm trying to do videos that are a little bit, like, not what everyone else is doing. I'm trying to do stuff that's a little bit more, like, out of even my comfort zone, because I find that sometimes I do a lot of makeup looks or use makeup that's, like, the same all the time, and I try not to get into that habit, because then I know that I don't use all my makeup if I'm doing that. So that's something I definitely want to try and do more of. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section what kind of videos you'd want to see from me, or if you have any ideas. I'll definitely give credit to whoever mentioned those. I'm having a hard time following up with my comments because I don't get notifications when people comment on my videos. So it's something I'm going to have to keep doing. Like every time I upload a video, just check to see if there's any comments on stuff. So that way I can like make sure that I'm still interacting with you guys. Because I know I have at least one subscriber that'll like comment on most of my videos with like their, suggestions or tips or their like opinions on whatever video I did, and I really like seeing that, and I like seeing other people's like their thoughts if they're not the same as mine, because that's the whole point of makeup, is that everybody has different thoughts and opinions and different things work for different people. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section. I will be checking those out. I think I'm gonna end the video now because I feel like I've talked, I've cried, I've gotten out what I need to get out, I've said what I need to say. If you're still watching, don't go back to your ex, because you're just going to be as heartbroken when things don't work out the second time. Trust your gut, trust your instinct. If you think something's wrong, there might be possibly something wrong. I'm not going to say 100% that there is, but like, don't let somebody else decide how you should think, feel, act, or be as a person in general. You control your life and your future, and yeah. So that's what I'm going to try and focus on moving forward with, like, even my content here on YouTube is just, like, do you, and don't let anybody else tell you how to do yourself, But, yeah, like, share, and subscribe this video, and don't forget to ring the bell somewhere down here so you can see when I upload. I've been trying to upload every 3 or 4 days to try and keep it so it's, like, 2 videos a week, give or take. But I've been a little bit sluggish because I haven't filmed as much, and I'm trying to work on that, but then I'm just, like, I want to film myself putting on makeup or doing my makeup or wearing makeup and talking about stuff, but then I'm like, well, I'm just gonna sit around and cry, so why would I want to put on my makeup to then have to like be really careful about where I like rub my eyes at? No, I just want to like do this, and I can't do that when I'm wearing makeup. So, but wearing makeup will prevent me from crying, so maybe that's a good thing. But I know that crying is therapeutic for me, so that's kind of. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for sticking with me if you've been following me through this whole process. I was gonna say journey, but that's a terrible word because I don't want anybody to go through like a journey like this unless you yourself are in a bad situation, you're trying to get out of it. But that's a whole other thing. Check out the mental health links down below. I definitely try and put like suicide prevention and lifelines and things like that if you need any help. Also know that I'm a social worker. I have my master's degree. Anything you say is confidential, and I can try and help you, or at least push you in the right direction towards getting help. I don't want to say that I can give you all the answers you need, because that's not the case. Perks of living next door to a train, train tracks and a crossing. But yeah, definitely keep that in mind. If you're going through anything, definitely seek help. I'm going through some things, and it's taken me a lot longer than I wanted to admit, or just wanted to in general, of getting help. But I am getting help. I'm just waiting on like the appointment time to come, because I made an appointment like 2 weeks ago, and I still have like 2 weeks left for the appointment, which kind of stinks, but that's just the way things are. And I'm not in that dire of a need of seeking help. And I work with social workers, so like I could just talk to them about my problems, and like if there's any big issue, they'll help. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Check out some of my other videos. Watch the ones up in the card so you know what's going on beforehand. I mentioned that at the beginning, so that's not, whatever. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next more happy video. Bye!